This is Jimmy.
Nuclear launch detected.
Right on.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be Mihu the Great versus Soma here on Neo Sylphid. Bottom left, it is our Terran player. It is Mihu the Great, one of the best foreigner players in the world. He's Chinese, based on his name, right? So in the bottom right, it's going to be Soma. It's going to be a TVZ sent to me by RJB. And yeah, Soma is favored in this matchup, but RJB does not send me one-sided matches, because those are boring. So, we're going to see how Mihu is going to slow down Soma so that he can have a chance at beating him in this long macro game. We're going to go ahead and X2 here. Yeah, not the movie X2, just ×2 speed here in the replay client. Hit that like button if you're excited to see a TVZ featuring Mihu the Great, a very, very fun Terran player versus Soma, an excellent high level Zerg player. So, Hatch first in. Excellent stuff. Barracks being safe, both of these players on this 3-player map. I guess Hatch first is a little bit of a risk on Neo Sylphid, but meh. Checking the Overlord position. Overlord scouting position. So he knows it's not here at the 12 o'clock, so he now knows where Soma is. Excellent, excellent. High level strategy there. Here from Mihu. Hatch first. Yep, into expansion. He checked to see it's a hatch first before expanding. After barracks, again, just reading the room here is Mihu. Good stuff. No gas here, so I don't think it's going to be an early mech play. But again, transitioning to mech is possible. But if you're being scouted by the Zerg super duper well, there is a time when you're transitioning to mech where the Zerg says, you're transitioning to mech. You're weak right now, and comes across the map and kills you. So, second barracks. Gas. Looks like it's going to be an SK Terran opening here from Mihu. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be a Spire here based on that lair timing. And just, can't scout. Can't scout enough to see the timing of the Spire, but the timing of the lair, yeah, you know when the Spire's going to go down here at 4 minutes, around 4 minutes. Maybe earlier, maybe later. Ooh, and a second SCV. Just checking the Marine count here. Got ourselves a stim. And no early engineering, babe. So there's not going to be an early +1. Early creep here, just in case a vulture pops out, right? But, yeah, so no factory here. Just stim. Just marine range after stim. Let's see how long it takes him. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000. About 6 seconds until it gets that range started. Not great. You really want to hop on that fast just because it's so important against everything, right? Against Lings, against Mutalisks, against this early stuff that's going to try to kill you. 7 mutas coming in. That macro hatch is there. Muta harassment is beginning. And, yeah, so no engineering bay quite yet. Actually, that is a factory. What? I thought I was going to toss down an engineering bay. I know he has one. Where is it? Where is his engie bay? Oh, it's in his natural. He did start a +1. Not crazy early, but he is getting engineering bays at the right time. I was like, dude, you need some turrets. Okay, so it is going to be Mutalisks. It's going to be Soma. Soma is the Zerg player I have seen defeat elite Terran players with nothing but Lings and Mutas. Playing players like Light, you guys. He's crazy with Lings and Mutas. I haven't seen any other Zerg player pull that off before, so curious to see if that's what he's going to go for here. No lurkers, no hive tech, just craziness with Lings and Mutalisks. I mean, how crazy do you have to be to do it? Soma, right? He has to be the one. Stimming out, gonna try to take down these Lings. He does kill one there. How many volleys on a turret? Actually going after SCVs. 30 to 27 workers here. Third base coming up the right side here from Soma. So just expanding while keeping the pressure on. Now here's the question. Can the third base stay alive? Right? You know from the game that I posted last week between Flash and Jaedong, which, by the way, did you know I posted a game between Flash and Jaedong last week? If not, it's probably because the algorithm didn't tell you that I did. Embarrassing YouTube algorithm. Everybody wants a Flash versus Jaedong game, right? Right. So, check it out. If you want a link to it, let me know in the comments, and then I will give it to you, no problem. But yeah, really, it came down to a third base attack. I'm not going to tell you who won or who lost with it, but the third base attack was insanely important, as it always is. Can you get across the map if you're Mihu against Soma? Seems like a tall order. Just going to toss that one out there. Are there enough? Are there enough Marines to take down these mutas? That's a question you got to be asking yourself at all times. And the answer right now is no, probably not. Let's go right into double starport here at 7:30. Get that engineering bay rolling. Actually, is there an armory? Is our man going for Les Valkyries early up? The answer is no, he's not. Science facility only. Would love to see some Valks against this bigger group of Mutalisks, Mihu, but, you know, you're not required to do it. It's just cool. It's just a very, very cool thing to do. Queen's Nest here at 7 minutes. Zerg players are happy to see that. So it's not going to be just mutas forever. He didn't wait for this +1. He didn't wait for his +1 to go in there for the attack. It's always funny to me when mutas go in for an attack like right before their +1 finishes, and they lose a bunch of mutas, and, you know, they could have done a lot better if they'd had their +1. But yeah, Lurker aspect, Hive coming in. This is just buying time for those upgrades to finish. 1 volley, 2 volleys down the turrets now. Now that the man has the +1 mutas, he can 2 volley those suckers, which is really nice. He takes so many fewer hits. Zerglings are like, where are you going? This way? Are you going to my third base? Are you going to my natural base? I don't have lurkers yet. This is actually pretty tough. But Ling muta attacks have been known to take down these little roving packs of Marines as they move out onto the map to threaten the Zerg player's third and natural. Incredibly tight muta micro here from Soma. The +1 is helping immensely. He's making more mutas to try to shut this thing down because, again, there is no static defense. There are no lurkers at this base. He's desperately waiting for lurker aspect to finish. It's almost there. It takes just a minute. Come on, let's go. Okay, it's done. Bam, immediately. Lurker eggs get fired up. Lurker eggs maybe here at the natural base, but no. Mihu falls back, waits for the science vessels, waits for a radiate to finish, doesn't try to engage, doesn't lose everything. That's the thing. It's a fine line to walk between getting across the map and killing that third base and losing everything out on the map and not having any attacking units at all for a while, which also totally sucks. So, mutas again, 2 volley down on these turrets. Whoa, actually, did he miss a volley there? I don't know. Either way, trying to come across, but guess what? There are lurkers here. They're at the top of the ramp. There's a sunk. There are irradiates, though. Irradiates are available. It's like, yeah, we'll get you above ground. That's fine. We're expecting you to be burrowed, but okay, here we go. Here it is. Waiting, 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 waiting. Once those lurkers are dead, we can bust up this ramp. There's only one sunken here. Another creep colony trying to get up. Go, 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 Mihu. You gotta go, man. That's it. That is it. Charge up that ramp. Get that third base. There. No. No. He's like, there's one sunken up there. I guess he didn't want the Lings and the mutas to pin him on the ramp while the sunken was firing, but dude. That was your window. I want to say that was the window where you could have jumped in there and gotten that third. That said, Mihu the Great is a better player than I am. He probably read that getting trapped on that ramp with those +1 mutas at his back and those Lings at his back was going to be a tough situation for him to handle. But now the problem is, it is a consume upgrade coming in here from our guy Soma. He's going to start plaguing your guys. He's going to start dark swarming your guys. This is really problematic. Radiate up. Mutas can't really do much. These are not plagued science vessels, my guy. Do not go in with your 2 mutalisks. These guys are not microing either. Soma, get him out of there. Soma, wow. Where was his attention otherwise? Kind of struggling a little bit with the 400 APM. But yeah, there's your consume. Let's see when he starts plague. Should we count it? Oh, immediately. Like, not even like 2 seconds before he started that thing. So Soma's been on top of the upgrades all the way around. Third base coming in for our Terran. What does it come down to now? Let's keep those science vessels alive. Defiler exploded. That's right. That's how we do. Science vessels being alive is good. Let's not get them plagued, right? Nidus Canal up at the 3rd base for defense purposes. Let's see where the 4th base is. Probably here for a 4th, or maybe just taking this. Although, tanks, right? We know how tanks work on this map. Are there going to be tanks, though? Is Mihu going to go for tanks? I don't know. Good control. Absolutely no connections. Nope connections from those Scourge. This guy is hurt, but I think that was a Mutalisk earlier. Dude, Mihu is owning the first 12 minutes of this game. No, he didn't kill the 3rd base of Soma. He didn't go for the immediate win, right? Absolutely not. But he kept his dudes alive. He's keeping science vessels alive as well. I mean, this is a plague on these science vessels would be big. He loses 1 science vessel to the Scourge. It's like, I want to plague, I want to plague, I want to plague, I want to plague. Run, science vessels, fall back. Fall back. Snipe him. Okay, plague does catch a couple Marines. That's a way better target for Mihu than these science vessels catching a plague. That was nice. That was really, really nice. Okay, Ling's running out here. I assume they have Adrenal. We've had a hive for like 2 minutes already here at 13. So they don't want to engage with this. No Scourge again. A little bit of lackadaisical Scourge control there from Soma. Lurkers high ground. Okay, plague wearing off. You can stop and maybe heal up a little bit. Adding fire bats into the mix, right? This is what we're talking about. Getting dem fire bats, expanding up the left side, maybe getting a 4th base here. Mihu 130 to 88 supply. Science vessels are picking out defilers. They're picking out lurkers left and right. This base is being taken. Any sign of this guy going for tanks at all? No. I mean, I guess if he's not going for any siege tanks, dude, what is this random lurker out in the map stuff? They're getting killed real fast. Siege tank, maybe lurker traps is what he's going for. I'm not sure they're accomplishing a whole lot. Zerg player Soma, maybe going to try it again to expand up this way. Yes, he's going to expand at the 12 o'clock spawn location. It's all good in the hood here. 139 to 92 supply. Miho's macro is on fire here. Yeah, 4th base, 5th base coming in. He's like, boy, I wish I had some tanks. You could put them right here and really cause some issues. No, never. Not allowed. More and more science vessels. I think 1 science vessel has died so far. That's a good metric by measuring how well the Terran player with SK is playing against somebody like Soma, right? How does Flash win these games? Because he has 16 science vessels at the end of the game, and everything that comes out from the Terran that can be irradiated is irradiated. Also, we're going for a drop. Let's go. Fire bats up. The Hydra are here, but dropping into the main base is Mihu the Great. Jumping into the main base. Extractor probably going to die. What are we going to go after? Spawning pool. Drones. Nice, nice. Now we need to target fire the spawning pool with the Dark Swarm that gets tossed up. Not doing that. What is he attacking? Stuff. Oh, he gets plagued. Oh, boy. Mutas come in. Try to wipe this out, but also the Marines aren't quite dead yet. A bunch of Mutalisks get killed there. Science vessels. Trying to find stuff to irradiate. Boxer maneuvering here at 15 minutes. Hydra's popping out of that Nidus to save against the Boxer maneuver. That science vessel does get away, but is very, very injured. Soma successfully defends here. That is another reason for the Hydra meta that we're seeing these days, right? That's the other reason, is because, behold, Hydras do so much better against science vessels than Scourge do. Just in general, they have better range. They hit pretty hard. Scourge have to get right up there and kiss the science vessels, which is a giant pain in the butt. A drop up of this base would have been a lot better. Well, something came up here. I don't know what it was, but it definitely got some damage off. We are maybe dropping up here. Scourge. Taking out a drop ship. What was that all about? Go get it. I know you're running and chasing in the middle of the map here. There is a 1 defiler down to the south. Kind of hiding, charging into this 5th base. Going to take it down, wasting some attacks on some of these. Okay, why are we attacking the larva? Stop attacking the larva. Why is target prioritization at all looking at the larva? Back it out, Mihu. This is intense right now. Science vessel taking some hits, still alive. Again, the Hydras are a threat. 5th base goes down. Cool. So, still 4 basing is Soma here. What are we looking at? Mining up the left side. Fine. He's making a lot of Marines. He does add some tanks into the mix. Dude made some factories. Where are they? Where did he build factories? They're just, I guess, just the 1 factory here at this 4th base, I guess. Sure, I'm down. Siege tanks are up. Uh-oh, this base is in trouble now. Oh, boy. All right, let's see. Let's see if Mihu can get over here, right? It's one thing to say, well, you just put tanks here, and then you kill the hatchery. It's super easy. Sometimes it looks easy, but the problem is getting across the map in the first place when Zerg is kind of running around out here. Okay, see, stop attacking Hydras inside Dark Swarm, please. This is why we got to add more tanks. The Hydra tech basically requires it on some level. You got to have those tanks to deal with those Hydras. I love this little tiny Ling counterattack. You thought you didn't have to have anything defending this base? Okay, well, what if we just showed up, killed a bunch of your SCVs, killed your ComSat maybe? Nah, look at this. SCVs, every SCV at this base is now gone. 175 to 114 supply, though. It's a big SK Terran army. Science vessel count looking good. Triple irradiate on those lurkers. These ones don't get irradiated. Oops, science vessel gets picked off. It was very injured. Hydra came in, took it down. Like, they'll fight the Hydras as long as there's no Dark Swarm, but yes, of course. Oh, another science vessel died. No! Mihu, we must keep track of the science vessels. We must keep them alive if we can. Repair them if necessary. He's just kind of splitting the map here, right? He says, okay, I'm keeping on pretty much even base count against Soma. He's got the right side. I've got the left side. I killed his attempt at expanding up the top left. Another science vessel gets targeted beautifully. Another plague. No, the plague on the science vessels. Mihu. Mihu, I'm rooting for you to pull this off, man, but you can't catch giant plagues to your science vessel ball. I know it's hard to avoid. I know it is. I get it, but man, send him back and repair him. Send them back and repair them. Don't send them back out onto the mat. Don't do this. Don't fight here. Don't send them out, because then the Hydras just could have. Very, very dangerous. Ling's running into an absolute meat grinder. They died. Nice plague. Catching a tank. This lurker is invincible because there's only one of them inside the Dark Swarm, but you put anything more than that into a Dark Swarm, Siege Tank Splash is going to kill it. Generally. Still horribly injured science vessels. And then they're always out in front. Oh, Scourge! No way, no! Oh! It gets a connection. You have to fire on those Scourge. I know by default you want to attack the Zerglings down there, but the Scourge need to be the target priority here. Hey, it's battle cruisers from Mihu. Hey, well, our science vessels are dying. Let's make battle cruisers, I guess. Another plague, replaguing the science vessel that was previously plagued, not getting the one that wasn't plagued. So that's, I mean, a minor win for Mihu the Great here. He's expanding up again. Overlord sees that one. Soma hasn't tried to expand for a hot minute. I'm concerned about this. Maybe taking this base would be fine. He is down 188 to 117 supply, but also Plague and Dark Swarm exists. And Zerg is fine with these numbers. Picking off the science vessels. He keeps, man, he has plagued these science vessels 2 times. 3 times. Some of these have been plagued 3 times. Which, if they're not repaired up, is a little bit redundant. He needs a target. Oh, well, I guess he did catch these medics with plague, which is pretty awesome. Hydras, no dark. Every time I'm like, okay, it's Hydras without Dark Swarm. Then it becomes Hydras with Dark Swarm. But the fire bats get all up in there. Yes. Yes, causing issues. Another big plague going down. Okay, taking this high grounder. What do we got? What do we got? The Yamato's on the way. Oh, boy. Lurkers. Scan them in. Oh, both lurkers survive for sure. Yeah, Miyu's in trouble. I know he's up 60 supply. I get it. I can see it. I can. But at the end of the day, there's Dark Swarm. There's Plague. This whole SK Terran thing just doesn't really work if you can't keep your science vessels alive, which, boom, 1 down, 2 down. So what I'm talking about here, that said, man, even plagued Marines trade really well against Hydras outside of Dark Swarm. Expanding up to the top side, the 12 o'clock expansion. Not taking the 12 o'clock main here as Soma, trying to hold on to that. Sending some Lings, a couple defilers out there too. This base is rolling, getting a bunker at the top of the ramp. Not going to help all that much against the Dark Swarm, but yeah, I mean, the key here is engage without Dark Swarm if you can. Fire bats getting all up in that mix. Nope, too many cracklings inside the house there. They've got 3-1 upgrade. Science vessel getting chased. And no, manages to, no, it doesn't escape. It doesn't escape. No. Yeah, man. Soma's got this game at 21 minutes. It's not over yet. But the Science Festival count just got knocked down to 0. I don't think a Science Festival exists anymore. The man's been making non-stop tanks out of this one factory for about 15 minutes, which, I mean, it's not a mech transition, but it sure kind of feels like one with all the tanks that are out here. So, all right, the tanks have joined the party. They were just kind of hanging out defending this base for a while. But now the tanks are here, but the Lings are jumping on the tanks. These not Adrenal Lings. I don't feel like they are. Nice plague. Ginormous plague. And focus down the tank that's been plagued. Please get the tank. There you go. Got the tank. Attacking into the Dark Swarm. Siege tank's getting the work done, though. Marine's not getting the work done. Siege tank's getting the work done, as we saw in that game between Action and Flash that I posted a couple of weeks ago. Hey, did you miss that one? Maybe the algorithm didn't show you that one either. Anyway, great TVZ between Action and Flash. Same thing, added tanks into the mix, and suddenly it gets a lot easier to deal with everything the Zerg is doing. SK Terran is dead, man. Pure SK Terran, add tanks into your comp. It's how you win. It is how you win in 2024 and into 2025. By the way, we're almost at the end. We are at the end of 2024, almost at the beginning of 2025. Great play, couple of Hydras, Fire Bats, all in this mess. Get the, yes, Fire Bats. Getting on up here. Denying this base would be huge. Nidus needs to get targeted. Does target the Nidus. A few units pop out. Defiler needs to toss down something here. A Plague, a Dark Swarm, anything at all. Dude has 200 hit points. Accomplishing nothing with it. That's okay. He didn't need it, it turns out, at all. Another drop swinging on up here to the 12 o'clock base. Fire Bats standing behind medics would be pretty good here. Okay, or just ancillary to medics. That's totally fine, too. Sniping this hatch would be rad, but I don't think we have enough. The Fire Bats can't really do it. Nice plague on those medics. Gonna drain all of their energy off. Fire Bats need some medic support, but they're injured. Their reserves are low. Trying to kill this Defiler with Fire Bats is a little bit of a tough situation, but they got it. Oh, just gonna get any amount of damage. Oh, drone. Drone saves the hatch. Drone is a hero. Drone kills 2 Fire Bats. Excellent. I mean, got an assist with that Defiler for sure, without a doubt. But come on. All right, so saves the base. Saves this base. Those siege tanks are here now. They do catch a plague, but you got to get close enough to kill them before you can actually take them down. Siege tanks firing into, again, 1 Lurker and a Dark Swarm is invincible to siege tanks. Depending on the positioning, this is a fine position. But everything else, another insane plague. 185 to 133 supply. This is a massive, get the tanks. Tank down, tank down, tank down. Important attack. Doesn't get the 3rd tank, though. Does take 2 of them. Still firing away here. New Nidus gets popped up. So Defilers can be popping up in there whenever they want. This 1 Lurker has 5 kills inside the Dark Swarm. Finally. No! Another Dark Swarm pops up. Irradiate. Lings jumping all upon these siege tanks. Am I crazy, or are these not crackling? They're dying a little bit too fast there for me to tell their attack speed. But I really feel like it doesn't have Adrenal. Is that possible? Is it possible he forgot about Adrenal? I've cast games where that's happened, but it's very, very... Oh my gosh, he did. He did forget Adrenal. Dude, all right, that's it. Mihu's going to win now. You can't forget to get Adrenal after having a high for 15 minutes in your game and expect to win from there. He's like, why are my Lings attacking so slow? Of course. Okay, well, unloading into a slow Ling Hydra engagement is actually not bad. They're not slow Lings, they're just not Adrenal Lings. Yeah, these Lings are not nearly as good as they should be. The Hydras are really providing a lot of the backbone here, especially with the orange cloud of doom, and everybody dies. Every time I feel like the Marines might get like a win against these Hydras because they're fighting without Dark Swarm, there's a Dark Swarm. Some of spellcasting today has been peak. It has been S tier. Adrenal doesn't take that long to get, and he's very close to finishing it off. We'll see if he accomplishes what he wants to do here. Hydras, no, falling back. Everybody's falling back. It's okay. Hasn't expanded for a minute. Just kidding. Totally expanding now is Mihu. Counterattack into this high ground 3rd base. I think this is maybe the 4th base here for Soma. Hey, these Hydras might not have Dark Swarm. Holy crap, they don't have Dark Swarm. Do you see how fast they die to Marines? when they don't have Dark Swarm, Plague-oo. Marine's gonna fight it anyway, though. Medics doing what they can with their very, very injured charges. But man, Plague Marines just cannot hang with anything. And that is a beautiful hold by Soma. Long distance mining gonna take this base. We're gonna take every base on the map on Neo Sylphid. It's kind of a rarity for the games that we cast here, but we're getting there. We are getting there, folks. So yeah, tap that like button, subscribe, guys. I'm here 6 times a week with amazingly focused, incredible standalone VODs, games like this. And if you want to watch Falcon live, you can do that too. I'm doing that 6 times a week. So I mean, hey, I got everything you want. I post shorts, I post longs, I post standalone 30-minute VODs that aren't really shorts or longs, right? Oh crap, the Lings have Adrenal now. Now everyone's in big, big trouble. Hey, we're actually making battle cruisers. So, the guy got the tech for battle cruisers about 10 minutes ago, decided not to make any until now, which, Dark Swarm Hydra is all over the place, man. I just don't see. I just don't see how battle cruisers are going to be all that worth. Yamatoing Defilers inside of Dark Swarm is okay. Yamatoing Lurkers is also a fine use. This long-distance mining play is very weird. It's not like he doesn't have the money to expand there, but also these SCVs are getting murdered anyway. Where is the response, Mihu? Does get an irradiate off on that Lurker. There's a Defiler with this group. So actually you wait until the... Ooh, yeah. Wait until the Fire Bats are gone. Then Dark Swarm. I like that, man. Soma didn't just knee-jerk throw down a Dark Swarm because he knew the Fire Bats were there and the Hydras didn't need it. And then when they do need it, he tosses it down. Man, just the absolute super fast thinking that's going on. And then the ability to execute on these thoughts at the same time is so impressive for Soma. Yeah, he's now within 5 total supply. These Lings are going up. So, like, hats off to Mihu for taking Soma to 28 minutes and a TVZ, man. Played really, really well, but just did not keep those science vessels alive nearly long enough. And Soma's just too good. Like, Soma is just so good. Every Dark Swarm he needed, it was there. Every play he needed, it was there. He shut down drops. He used drones to attack Fire Bats. He got secondary Niduses tossed up in the midst of all of this. And I don't know. I don't know what these battle cruisers operational are going to provide for our guy. All right, the Great SCV Massacre of 2024 is here. 40 workers remain. Yep, we're just kind of stuck. We're stuck. We're stuck in a corner. It's not a good time. These Lings have Adrenal now. You'll notice once the Adrenal Lings showed up, Soma started winning a lot more. That's because he forgot about Adrenal. And maybe that's... Aww. To be entirely... Maybe to be mean about it, it's like, well, I mean, obviously. Could have consumed and plagued these guys, but whatever. Well, just the only reason that Mihu made it this far is because Soma forgot about Adrenal. Lol. Okay, factory gonna die. The only factory built this entire game is going to die. I'll miss you, factory. No more tanks. Soma on the counterattack. A desperation maneuver. If he can kill all 3 of these bases with this attack. Okay, never mind. There was a Lurker with a Dark Swarm there. Fall back, everyone. Run for it. Again, the weakness of SK Terran is that late game Zerg is so frigging good against it. You just have to have all the irradiates in the entire universe. And you know what? The Hydra tech, the Hydra meta actually sort of reduces the effectiveness of these science vessels, right? Because irradiating an Ultralisk, which costs a whole lot, is a very, very high value target for science vessels. Irradiating a single Hydralisk doesn't do much for you, right? By cost. It's overkill for one. And it kills one Hydra instead of bringing an Ultralisk down to easily killed levels of HP. So yeah, that's another reason to make Hydras in this matchup instead of Ultralisks. I like it. Plus the Hydras can fight back against the battle cruisers, which the Ultras can't do. Really? You thought this place was empty? You thought you could expand here? That's really funny. I like that from Soma. Like, he's attacking through the mineral field. Dark Swarm everywhere. Plague everywhere. It's a Terran nightmare of epic proportions. Yeah, I look how it's flipped. 140 to 127 supply in favor of Soma now. Oh, look. Oh, no, we're going to kill this base. No, a Defiler's going to pop out of this Nidus. He doesn't even need a Defiler to pop out of this Nidus. Everybody dies anyway. He didn't even have to send a Defiler. Dude, Soma, your awareness of what's going on and what you need where and when is insane. This bunker is empty, so this base is going to die, and that's your GG. That's it. We're done. Mihu can stick around if he wants. He's still got some decent income. He still has a couple battle cruisers, but what have they done for him today? Nothing. I mean, yeah, maybe killed some Zerglings. He's like, please come over here. Please come over here so I can plague you. My Hydras will kill you. The Scourge will finish you off. It'll be easy. It'll be fun. Tank line looking good. Big fan of big-time tanks here with +2 attack. Getting some hits off. Science Vessels picked off. Science Vessels getting further picked off. And we are just walking across the map here. Everybody's dead. Everybody's dying. There's a drop. Ooh, he does. Wow. He sneaks a drop into this 12 o'clock expansion. There aren't any Defilers here. I thought there was. There's not. Dark Swarm. Okay, there is a Defiler here. Never mind. Everything's good. Everything's okay. A couple drones died. Still 56 of them. The bank of Mihu is down to 3 minerals. This attack gets cleaned out. This attack is pushing into his natural base. There's not a Defiler here. Or is there? There is a Defiler here. Look at the Hydras. It hurts. It hurts. GG, dude. Gotta keep the Science Vessels alive, folks. If you can't do that, just GG. Just GG if you don't have 16 Science Vessels past the 20-minute mark. It's not gonna work for you. And if there's Hydras out, more tanks with upgrades. Right? Maybe tech, just more tanks. A second factory, a third factory. Get them +3 earlier, right? You really got to thin these Hydras out. And don't make battle cruisers. That's an utter waste of resources. But yeah, it just shows the power of late game Zerg, right? In any other matchup, if you're down 60, 70 supply at the 20-minute mark, you're probably going to lose. But it's just almost a foregone conclusion that the longer the game goes on from that point, the more the Zerg player is going to win. The plagues, the swarms, the spellcasting will be out of this world insane. And that was it. Soma just played extraordinarily well, played to his capabilities. Mihu couldn't hang on. So many Science Vessels died. So many tanks died because they weren't really supported. They didn't have the upgrades. So many SCVs died. And every time I thought, oh, Mihu can get a win here killing these Hydras, a Dark Swarm goes, pop, pops right into existence out of nowhere. And that's a win for Soma. So yeah, not surprised by the outcome, but Mihu played well. Just got some things to work on, obviously, before he reaches Soma's level. Almost 1,000 Zerg units produced today. The kill-death ratio makes a lot more sense for Soma. Those Hydras are so good, too. Oh, yeah, and he forgot Adrenal. Forgot about that. Oh, resources lost. Resources spent, rather. 79,000 to 67,000, and outspent by 12,000 plus resources in 33 minutes. Appears to be enough. So, GG. Well done. That's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. You can also find me on, I'm also on, there we go, Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok these days if you want to follow me out there. So that's going to be it for me. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.